That's bad.
So a couple days ago, I found myself but we were about 4 hours from home, and we found something pretty interesting. Had me worried for a brief second. This thing fired right up. It's like 20 degrees out, and this thing fired right up. Alright. Got the windshield cleared off. Here is a 1976 Ford F250 390 big block, top loaded 4-speed with the granny gear, ramp truck. Oh yeah, we are cruising in style. Now, this thing popped up on Marketplace a few days ago. And you guys know, I've said this a lot lately, that I have been looking for a ramp truck. And like I said, this thing popped up a few days ago. The price was right. It's basically rust-free. I mean, it's as rust-free as you can get in the Rust Belt up here. Michigan, Ohio, things like that. We are very low on gas. We might run out. I just had to have it. Are breaking. Come on. There we go. Yeah, this thing is an old unit. here somewhere. There we go. Just gotta find it. Gotta throw that shifter in place. But yeah, this thing's pretty awesome. So it's got a 17-foot bed. It has a huge PTO winch that'll probably get scrapped, to be honest. Pretty nice interior, all things considered, for being 50 years old. Headliner's there. The seat's pretty torn, but it's not awful. All the glass seems to be good, so that's nice. And the cab is pretty darn solid. There's one little spot that I need to redo where they patched it before, but aside from that, it's about as close to rust-free as we're gonna get. And obviously, the thing runs and drives. Come on. We made it. I genuinely, because the guy said that I bought it from, he's like, this gas gauge is extremely accurate. If it says E, you're out of gas. And this thing is literally below E. So I wasn't sure we were gonna make it, but let's take a look at this thing. So here is my brand new, fresh off the assembly line ramp truck. I'm so stoked, man. It's rough around the edges for sure, but this thing is so rad. And there's so much room to work with. Like I said, the thing's about as close to rust-free as you can get. I'll show you the worst part of the entire cab and fenders and everything. It is right there. Easy to fix. Interior, pretty complete. But yeah, big block 390, 4-speed with the graining low. Yeah, look at this winch, man. That thing is a behemoth. That's like a 3/4 inch thick cable. So basically that runs off a PTO off the transmission, and that shifter that looked like a 4x4 shifter, this thing's 2-wheel drive, that drives the PTO for the winch. Put it forward to go out, I think, and put it down to pull in. It's old school and it's rad, and it's getting scrapped or something. I don't know. If any of you guys want it, at some point I'm going to pull it off. Not anytime soon, but at some point that thing is getting replaced with just a standard electric winch. But yeah, all steel deck, 17 foot, has the ramps that fold up like that. Not going to keep those. I'll end up redoing that so that those hide under the deck or something like that. Yeah, there's some lettering here that I can't quite make out. It's an S. Looks like a 7 maybe. Not entirely sure. The hood, you're not going to be able to see it. The hood actually has some pinstriping on it. So this thing has some character. I'm probably still going to repaint it at some point. But it has some character there. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do that one-handed. There we go. Big block power. She needs a tune-up. You could hear a couple times when I'd be accelerating, it would cut out. That could be fuel slosh, to be totally honest. Like I said, this thing's very, very empty. But yeah, she's torquey. She felt pretty good. I mean, obviously we're unloaded, but she felt pretty good. Long term, like very, very, very long term, this thing's coming out. But for the immediate, it runs and drives. I'm not going to mess with it. Maybe give it a tune-up here and there, clean the carb, fresh plugs, things like that. Got to fix the exhaust leaks. But for time being, that's going to be the last thing we worry about. We're just going to make this thing run and drive good, look good. Going to build some sides for the deck here at some point. Going to redo this because that's, boy, that is something. But the truck was cheap. So he had it posted for $2,500. Running, driving, clean title, fresh tires. Like I said, $2,500, turnkey. I probably could have driven this thing home, to be honest. But it was 4 hours away, and this thing gets like thoughts and prayers kind of mileage. I didn't have to negotiate on this at all. The guy talked himself down to $2,000, which is great. I love that. All of this, we're looking good. The floors I saw underneath, they're still solid as heck. They look about like that, so we're golden there. It just needs some love, man. It just needs someone who's going to appreciate it and wants to use it. And that is me. I'm an appreciative MFer. I've been thinking about how I want to do the sides. I've got an idea for that. We'll see how that goes. Don't have anything like set in stone. It looks, you can kind of see down there, they've got some plate steel on the outside. It looks like that used to come the full length of this, and for whatever reason it was cut off because it's up here too. I don't know. It's weird. But the deck is pretty good. Like I said, 17 feet. It might be a hair tall in the back. I don't know. It's hard to judge right now because the concrete pad drops down. But yeah, for something like the 55, it might be a hair too tall. So we might have to like start our slope in here instead of back there and go down at a little bit more of an... I don't know. We're going to have to play with some things, I think. But the Skylark should fit on there no problem. The Chevelle, pretty much anything I think except the 55 would be fine. So needless to say, I am stoked and hoping to use this thing a lot this year. Get my money's worth out of it, which I mean, it's not going to take long to do that. And then just clean up the interior and make it really comfortable. So I was looking at dash pads. They're not too expensive. The headliner I'm not really going to worry about. The seat, it'd be cool to put some buckets in here, like some captain's chairs with a center console, but I wouldn't be opposed to just reupholstering the seat and calling it a day. Everything else, maybe new carpet, but that's really not too terrible either. I bet get the vacuum out here and go to town with it, and that thing cleans up pretty good. And then I was looking at the body. I do kind of like the patina, like on the hood and everything, but everywhere else is just kind of whatever, so we'll see about that. I'll probably end up painting it like a pretty nice rattle can job. I mean, it's an old work truck. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. And then basically just call it a day. So that's kind of what I'm thinking with it. If nothing else, it just scratches that itch that I've had for like probably 4 months now. I don't know if this is going to be a forever vehicle, but it at least gets us into the world of ramp trucks. And at $2,000, I don't think we're ever going to lose money on this thing. But that is going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, clicking that bell to get notifications. I'll see you guys next time.